All right. Matthew McConaughey. Promised you guys a video today. I had a lot of really good questions. So many good ones. I had to write them all down. And this is probably going to be a long talk because there are a lot of topics to chat about here. So I'll do my best. I'm going to try to break these down for you guys, like in the show notes. I'll post on YouTube, IGTV, all the stuff, whatever thing you like to use for social media and whatever. So let's jump right into these. So first question, or one of the questions that I got, I just kind of wrote them down. Fueling for high intensity workouts. And you're going to hear me say this over and over again, guys. It depends. Just for the general population, these are not people, with special digestive needs, whatever, people who follow normal, balanced macronutrient ratios. Typically, fueling for high intensity workouts like CrossFit, boot camps, Orange Theory, like things like spin class, things like that. When you're doing higher intensity activity, lots and lots of cardio, typically, the body's preferred fuel method is going to be carbohydrates. And for years and years and years, I fueled off of carbohydrates when I was doing CrossFit more often, sometimes a couple hours a day, some 2 days. I did higher carbohydrates at that point. Now, again, this all depends on the person. As far as macronutrient ratios, I can't give you guys like a set group because we're all different, every single one of us. So you're going to have to experiment. The best thing I can say is track your food. All right, so fueling for high intensity workouts. Across the board, make sure y'all are eating enough food. Like if you are beating the piss out of your body, doing high intensity workouts all the time, and don't freaking lie to me because I know a lot of you are overtrained and probably working out 7 days a week. Stop that. Cut it down to 5, cut it down to 4. You guys need adequate rest days. All right. Really, sleep is a big one. Make sure you're recovering and taking rest days. In general, you can do high carbs if you want. You can do high fat if you want. And I will preface this, the body's fuel sources are going to be your fats and your carbohydrates. All right. Proteins aren't a super efficient method for fuel. All right. Typically, I say keep your protein pretty general. As a general range, I say stick to like 1 gram per pound of lean body mass or your desired goal weight. If you're someone that has a lot of weight to lose, pick your goal weight and go with 1 gram. It's all right. Pete's going to jump on the bed. I don't rehearse these, guys. It is what it is. Keep your protein constant and then just play around with your fat and your carbohydrate ratios. Some of you may prefer higher carbs. Some of you may prefer lower carbs. People with special digestive needs, dudes, eat enough food in general. Avoid your trigger foods. Give your gut some time to heal. Okay? I can't stress that enough. So I'm just going to preface that with all of those things. Fats, carbs, your fuel source, whatever you want to do. Pick which one. Play around with macronutrient ratios and listen to your body. All right, you'll figure it out. So, next question. Key things to know when transitioning from keto to carnivore. Really good question. Let's just start with what's ketovore, ketovore or keto. What's carnivore? So carnivore is typically a meat-based diet. There are 50 shades to the carnivore diet. You can pick whatever one you want. Some people incorporate vegetables and different kinds of foods and maybe some carbohydrates. Some do sauces, some do seasonings, some don't. Pick whatever one you guys want. No diet dogma here. I don't give a shit if you eat purple food. Just eat healthy stuff that doesn't cause any issues for you. All right, so important things from keto to carnivore. 1, keto is a high-fat diet. Let's make sure you guys know the difference. All right, it can be anywhere from 70, 75, 80 to 90% fat. It is not a high-protein diet. Keto is not a high-protein diet. This is where people mess up. Carnivore tends to be higher in protein grams for most people. Again, you can do different shades. You can do keto carnivore, which is typically a meat-based diet, but it's a high-fat diet. all right? But you stick to meats. Keto, some people incorporate like low starch vegetables, or, what's low carb for you, maybe 50 grams. What's low carb for another, maybe 150 grams. And I've said this in a video before. Back when I was pounding 300 grams of carbohydrates because I was CrossFitting all the time, 150 grams was low for me. And now 50 grams is high for me. You're going to have different seasons. Just embrace all of them, guys. Again, it depends on the person. Play around, track your food, note how your body feels. All right? Just eat stuff that your body likes and make sure you're eating enough calories. When I talk about transitioning, even from whatever diet you're doing to like a low carb diet, whether it's keto, carnivore, or whatever, just get adapted first, guys. Like, eat meat and the low carb foods that you like. I swear your appetite will level out. This is not a quick fix. This is not a quick journey. All right. If you click on the link in my Instagram bio, I had an interview where I talked about my whole first year on carnivore. It'll answer all of your guys' questions, transitions I went through, what you guys need to remember as a beginner. Just get adapted first. Don't try to cut right off the bat. Don't think that it's a quick fix and it's going to solve all your problems magically, because trust me, you don't feel good all the time. All right. And it takes sticking to it. It took me a whole year to transition to the carnivore diet. It took me a whole year to play around with macronutrient ratios. I can't tell you exactly what's the right path for you. Yes, I can guide you, but you're going to have to play around with it and stick to it longer than 2 weeks or a month, y'all. So just get adapted. Pick the foods you like first. If you're having triggers, track your food again. Write down the correlation between symptoms and the foods that you're eating. You'll figure it out. And I posted not too long ago about gut triggers, things, if you don't read nutrition labels, that might be causing problems. Like, very, very important, rest. When you're transitioning to diet like this, you gotta rest and recover. Lower your intensity of your workouts, stick to walking, give yourself so much grace, all right? Because you're going to learn so much in the process. But the biggest thing you need to figure out, is just get adapted first. Don't try to cut. Don't try to do anything crazy. Just pick the low carb foods that you like. The biggest mistakes that I see beginners make are eating way too much protein and not enough fat. So watch that. Again, track your food so you see where your macronutrient ratios are. I wish that I had started tracking off the get-go when I did carnivore. I think it would have saved me some guessing and some time trying to figure out those ratios. And that was the next question I had, fat ratios to protein ratios and how I feel. I feel, and I've played around with all different ones. And let me preface this, I don't have a gallbladder. My fat threshold is lower than most people who do a low carbohydrate diet, a keto diet, a carnivore diet, because I don't tolerate like 200 and 300 grams of fat a day like others. I thrive off of a higher protein number. So my proteins, I'm not telling you guys to eat like this, are usually anywhere in that 130 to really like 160 gram range. Like, that kind of seems to be like my sweet spot. And I eat about the same things every day, guys. I eat eggs on occasion. I am most satisfied and happy with ground meats. And here lately I have experimented with lower fat meats, and then also switched to like my 80% ground chuck and my 80% ground beef. And I find, this is, again, for me, I don't do well with pork because I was eating ground pork there for a while. Backed off of that because I get indigestion. I just don't feel as well. I think my body kind of has like a histamine response to it. Beef, man, beef all the way. I feel the absolute best on beef. Even with taking out the ground chicken for probably maybe the last week and a half, I feel better on the beef. So here lately I've been sticking to 80% ground chuck and 80 to 85% ground beef, my meat bars. And again, all of the links to like the most common questions, recipes, blogs, anything you want to know is in the link in my Instagram bio. If you click on that, it literally will take you to everything. And again, guys, it depends. I can't tell you what ratios are going to work best for you. I don't know your bodies. I don't know your history. I don't know your training modality. I don't know your fitness goal. These are things that I go over with clients in consultations. And if you're accepted, like, you know, my one-on-one clients, I go over all of this stuff with you and we work through it together. So I can't just spit out macronutrient ratios. But I will say you can have too high a protein and it will affect how you feel. Another thing, and this goes to another question that I was asked. Oh, this is actually my next question. Leg cramps. So muscle cramps, like on a carnivore or low carb diet. Guys, you have to get in your electrolytes. I made that mistake too. I drink electrolytes like all day. One, because I hate water. I hate plain water. I'd be the first to admit I hate it. So in order for me to be hydrated and get my electrolytes in, I do salt my food, yes. And I drink Ultima Replenisher Electrolytes, which I have a link in my bio. Again, Instagram bio. Go to it, click on it, to Ultima Replenisher. Those are the electrolytes that I use. And they are flavored. They are sweetened with stevia. Again, I'm not a hater against, you know, seasonings, using no calorie sweeteners. You know, try to avoid like the aspartame and stuff like that the best you can, because I do notice that I feel like crap when I consume way too much like Diet Coke. More than anything, even if I don't have alcohol in it, guys, just a warning, I do notice that like my kidneys kind of hurt and I just don't feel well. But they are stevia sweetened. Favorite flavors are grape, raspberry, and the watermelon aren't too bad. So get in your electrolytes if you're having muscle cramps. Oh, let's see. Weight loss stall on a deficit. Again, what do? I don't know what kind of diet you've been following, but just some general advice. This particular person's been in a deficit for 3 months and is having a stall. I'm guessing you are a candidate. You probably need to go on a reverse diet or a diet break. You know, and I can't tell you what's going to work exactly for you. Some people do great on a diet break for a month. Some just need to reverse back to maintenance for a couple weeks or maybe a week. I don't know how strict and rigid you've been on your deficit. Eat more food for a period of time. And if you want to know more appropriate advice, I would be glad to hop on the phone and do a consultation with you. Inquiry link in bio. So eat more food if you're encountering a weight loss stall after being in a deficit for 3 months. Let's see. Gut health, probiotics. Should I take any? What do I take? You can if you want. I do take, is it Flora Protect? I think it's Flora Protect. NuEthix Formulations. Again, link in my bio for their product info. There's a discount code in there too. I take that in the evening on an empty stomach. Pick and choose your battles. You know, it may make you feel great. I don't know if you're having any like bowel movement issues. I don't have any. I was asked that too. As long as I get enough sleep and, you know, I'm not inflamed, I stick to the foods that I like. I go every morning like normal. Maybe TMI, but it's important when we're talking about gut health. So probiotics, Flora Protect, NuEthix Formulations, link in bio to their products. Positive habits for overall health and mental clarity. This is a good one. First and foremost, positive self-talk, y'all. If you're looking in the mirror and you're talking terrible to that reflection back to you, and you've heard me say it numerous times, thoughts become things. The vibe that you put out is what you attract back into your life. So think about that. Would you talk to your best friend the way that you're talking to yourself? Mindset matters, all right? Anytime you get a negative thought, I want you guys to try to replace it with a positive one, all right? In the morning, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Every morning I get up, I say at least 3 things that I'm grateful for. Pete pisses me off all the time. You guys want to see what he's doing right now? I want to die and be reincarnated as that cat. I'm just saying. Love Pete. I love sunny days and just the ability to wake up another day. I love all of the people in my life. I love all of the mistakes and the fuck ups that I've made. I've made plenty of them. But with every single one, I have learned something about myself, and I have learned different things that have made me a better human and the woman that I am today. So be grateful for those. Like, if everything was easy, like, We have to have contrast in this world. We wouldn't appreciate the good times without the bad times. Movement is another one. Get up and move, y'all. Step goals. Mine are like 13K to 15K every single day, even on rest days. You know, if I have a really hard day and I need some time off, I still want to make sure I get 10K. Like, I still feel better. Just get up and move and take walks. It'll help digestion, blood sugar regulation. It burns calories. I can't brag on it enough, guys. And it is a huge, huge impact on your fat loss journey and your weight loss journey. People discredit it. Just get up and move and walk. Walk after lunch. Get up 10, 15 minutes early in the morning. Walk. And nature, get out in nature. It makes the biggest difference. Get some vitamin D. Sleep. You guys need to be sleeping at least 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. All right. If you can't sleep, try a natural supplement. NuEthix Formulations has one. It's called Relax Liposomal. Just take a couple droppers. That's great. I'll be transparent. I like ZQuil. No, it's not all natural. And I don't want anyone sending me hate messages. God forbid you take something that's not all natural. Guys, this is real life. Like, if the majority of your habits and the things you put in your body are good things, having a freaking Diet Coke or some no-calorie sweetener or some, medicine or something that maybe has sucralose in it, worry about the shit that's really important. All right, big picture, guys, big picture. I got off on a tangent. Sleep is a biggie. Sleep, mindset. If you're having gut issues, go through an elimination protocol. Cut out your trigger foods. Track your food. How many times do I have to say that? Track your food. Data is everything. Get a continuous glucose monitor if you think your blood sugar's all jacked up. NutriSense, link in bio. It'll have a code, everything in there. This thing has been a world of eye-opener for me. Things that affect my blood sugar and my recovery that I never even thought. Like, I experimented with Diet Coke, alcohol, like not getting enough sleep, certain foods, just stress level in general. It's amazing the information you get from this thing. So I can't brag on NutriSense enough. So get one, try it out, get tested. Those are the biggies. Fasting and the effect on hormones, good or bad. Again, it all depends. Do you have to fast at all? No. Do I think most of us should fast at least 12 hours overnight? Yes. In between meals, your digestion will be a lot better, especially if you're encountering gut issues, guys. Fasting can be a really important tool in your tool belt. All right, it gives your digestion some time to chill out, your body some time to chill out. Doesn't mean you have to do extended fast. I don't do any extended fasting. I naturally fast probably anywhere from 16 to 20 hours overnight. It's just my satiety cues. I eat very satiating foods. I have my schedule nailed down. My meal times nailed down, like with my workouts and when I feel best. I work out at 5 a.m. most mornings on a fasted stomach because I don't like meat's heavy, guys. You got to be smart with meal timing when it comes to that kind of stuff and what kind of modality and training that you're doing. I'm doing like CrossFit at 5 a.m. in the morning. Workout fasted, largest meals post-workout. That's also when your body is going to metabolize carbohydrates more efficiently and optimally, and food in general more optimally. It's when we're most insulin sensitive, is after a workout. So if you're going to pound a huge meal or a cheat, I hate saying cheat, but it gets the point across. Like, that's going to be your most optimal time to do it. And as far as carb timing, I would say post-workout, most optimal, and probably at nighttime before bed, because it will help you sleep and lower your cortisol levels if you're going to have some carbohydrates. So those are the biggies. No need to extended fast. Again, I don't know your medical history, so I can't really tell you if it's going to jack up your hormones or not. Be super careful with it. Get a continuous glucose monitor if you think it's jacking around with your blood sugar levels, because you'll find a world of information, and their nutritionist from NutriSense will help you as well. All right, that's all I'm going to talk about fasting. And you can pick whatever windows you want, guys. Like, there's no one way to fast or not fast. Fasting simply means just a period of not eating. That's it. There's a million different ways to fast. Pre and post workout, should I choose supplements? Guys, pre and post workout, it's gonna be individualized again. I mean, it depends. I use Strong Coffee Company as my pre-workout, and I made a video on how I do this the other day, and it's saved in my highlights on my Instagram. So I mix Strong Coffee Company. If you like coffee, you can do it hot or cold. I have a cup, it's about yay big. I mix half with half calf coffee, the rest with water, and about half a scoop of my Strong Coffee Company. You can add a packet of sweetener if you want or not. If you like it super sweet, fine, add a packet. It will make it, sweeter, mix it in there. You don't need any at all, like it's lightly sweetened. I like the morning mix the best. Supplements in general are what it says. They're supplements to an already healthy diet. So don't abuse supplements and think they're going to be the end all be all and all the quick fixes and make you look fucking jacked and lose all this weight. Nah, because it ain't going to happen. It all goes back to your foundation that you lay. Sleep, healthy food, make sure you're getting in enough food for, your activity level and your health and, medical needs, whatever. I would say stick to real food for the most part if you can. If you need a little get up and go, as I say, some get shit done in the morning or before your workouts, have something with a little bit of caffeine. Watch your caffeine intake. I say try to keep it under 200 to 300 milligrams a day because, hey, I'm a recovering caffeine addict. At one time, I was up to 1,000 milligrams of caffeine a day. I try to keep mine under 300 and only in the morning times. I don't have any caffeine typically in the evenings on a regular routine basis, unless I'm drinking and having Diet Coke from a bar or a restaurant. Just real life shit. So that's what I'm saying about pre-post workout. If you are working out fasted, guys, make sure you're eating food, like a meal when you're done. All right, your body's ready for food after a workout and you've been fasting. All right, so very, very important. Now, if you are one that works out in the afternoon or the evening and you've already had some meals and some fuel throughout the day, not quite as important, about pre and post workout food if you've fueled adequately throughout the day. But definitely have some food post workout, especially if you've been fasting for a while, because that's when your body is going to most optimally metabolize food and carbohydrates. So hopefully I answered everyone's questions. I'll write kind of the order that I answer them in show notes. All links in my bio, guys. I've been rambling long enough. If you guys need anything else, I'll try to do these on a regular basis. And I will chat with y'all later. Bye, y'all.